Hello everyone and welcome to another DSR guide. Today I'm going to be covering Digivolution. What is it? How do you do it? Why do they keep going back to rookies after you fight for a little while? And finally, some secret chances you have to guarantee your rookie turns into the champion that you want. Let's get straight into it. First question we have to answer. What is Digivolution? Since most people playing this are probably familiar with the series, I'm going to keep this very quick. Digivolving is how you make your Digimon more powerful, but whereas in Pokemon evolution is permanent, Digimon evolve temporarily. More on that later. Next question is how? How do you Digivolve them? Well, first you need to get your Digimon to the right level. Digimon evolve at the following levels. Rookie into Champion at level 15, Champion into Ultimate at 50, Ultimate into Mega at level 90. There are some Digimon that evolve beyond Mega, and they have specific requirements, normally level 100. The tutorial in-game does cover evolution and how you actually physically do it, but I still see some people asking questions in chat, so I figured I'd cover it in as much detail as I can. Once you hit the level requirement, you're going to need to speak to Pokemon in the starting village. You're then going to be shown a screen with all of your available Digimon on the left. This is where you choose which one you want to evolve. When you click on your choice, it'll show you the potential options for evolution in the section in the middle. From here there are two types of Digivolution, random and guaranteed. Random Digivolution is the standard one, which you'll probably be doing the vast majority of the time. You'll see a percentage displayed next to each form. This is the chance of you getting that form as the outcome. You can boost this slightly by using the broken Digicore item of the Digimon that you want to evolve to. These have a low chance of dropping from fighting the named Digimon. Each broken Digicore used will increase the chance of that outcome by 1%. Now, unfortunately, this can't be used to bring it up to 100%. They can only be used 10 at a time for a maximum of 10% bonus. Once you've used your broken Digicores, or not, you can hit the Evolve button at the center bottom and see what comes out. If you're aiming for a specific Digimon and want to do a guaranteed evolution, you can use a complete Digicore. These come in the Champion, Ultimate or Mega variety. Use the Champion core with a Rookie, Ultimate with a Champion, etc. And they're much harder to come by. You get some from completing the main story, occasionally from events, overflow dungeons, achievements, and the Mega cores you can only buy in the cash shop, unfortunately. Some Digimon will also require a number of items related to them in order to Digivolve into it. For example, for Greymon to evolve into Skull Greymon, you'll need the item Remnants of Evil, which drops from fighting Skull Greymon. The list of these and where to find them is going to be in the description. Once your Digimon hits Ultimate, if they've got a Mega, because some Digimon don't, you'll need to do some thinking, farming, and crafting before you're ready to Digivolve them. Mega level Digimon require an Evolutor item to Digivolve to. This can, like most things, be purchased in the cash shop, but the main way to get a hold of them is via crafting or in the market. The recipe for the Evolutor is unlocked when you beat the final boss of the main story, and to craft it you need all 3 0 units, Broken, Normal and Shining. These can be purchased from Ophanimon with digital hazard tokens from raids, or from Cherrymon with a post-game currency. As well as the Evolutor, you'll also need to hit certain stat requirements too. These will be displayed when you talk to Pokemon or in the Digidex by pressing U, after double clicking on the Digimon you have. The stat requirements are also displayed slightly more helpfully as a percentage on one of the wikis, which will also be linked in the description. These stat requirements can be achieved via the Digimon's potential, specialization through Wizardmon, or correction. You might have noticed, in the screen where you Digivolve, that as well as all the normal options for Digivolution, on every Digimon there's one at the bottom which looks just like the form you're Digivolving from. This is a mutant. Every time you Digivolve a Pokemon, you also have a small chance for your Digifriend to turn into a mutant version of themselves. This is only ever a 5% chance to happen, so it's pretty small, but a 5% chance in a free-to-play MMO is a 100% chance eventually. Mutant Digimon are more powerful than their base counterparts, and their model is much bigger. So a Mutant Gabumon would be stronger than a regular Gabumon, but they can no longer Digivolve any further. So, you've ended up with a mutant. Is it time to throw that Digimon in the grinder? Not necessarily. Fortunately, Cherrymon, by the tree in Starting Village, sells a mutant cure which can be used to revert your Digimon back to its unmutated form, so you can Digivolve them again. Unfortunately, as I've said, this shop's currency is inaccessible until you've completed the main story, but around about the tutorial you should be given a free cure. This is, to my knowledge, the only one you'll get before the end of the main story, unless you want to buy one off the marketplace, so it's definitely worth thinking twice whether it's worth using it immediately, or if you could just sub in a different Digimon for your mutant for a little while when it gets outclassed. On your Digivolution screen, under the options for what your Digimon can turn into, there's also a little drop-down menu. This won't do anything for a lot of Digimon, but for some, you can switch from the normal tree to a special jogress tree. Jogress is the official name for what English speakers would call DNA Digivolution. Technically there is some distinction between the two, but as far as we're concerned they're the same thing. It requires 2 Digimon, and they have to have met certain conditions in order for it to be possible. Jogress does still carry a percentage chance to fail, in which case both of the Digimon involved will become mutants and will need to be cured before you can try it again. If it succeeds, the primary Digimon, the one whose evolution chart you are in, will evolve, and the secondary Digimon, the one who's in the little square in the middle, will be lost. The conditions vary between Digimon and can include items, levels, stats, and bond percentage. Now, once you've got your shiny new Digimon, you can take it out into the world and do battle with the forces of evil, until they turn into rookies again. Wait, they turn into rookies again? That's not in the script. Yes. Unfortunately, they can only do a certain number of battles before they run out of EVP, evolution points, and turn back into rookies. Fear not though, you don't have to go through the whole Pokemon process again. You've got 3 options for what you can do to recover. Number 1, wait by the World Tree. Players standing by the World Tree in the Starting Village will recover 5 EVP every 5 seconds while they have the buff Blessing of the World Tree. You can use items. There are several EVP recovery chip items, however sometimes they can be quite expensive or they're a bit of a hassle to craft. And finally, you can battle using the rookies. This is what I tend to do. On, I think, every map, there is an area swamped with players all standing still. This is where the hostile level 22 Chumon spawn, and where most people AFK to recover their EVP. They're relatively easy to kill, even when you're around the same level as them, and they don't deal too much damage. Depending on your level, you may need to babysit it for a few fights just in case you need to heal up, but pretty soon you should be able to AFK to your heart's content. Personally, EVP running out is my sign to get up, have a little wander around, make sure to take a drink and have a little break, so I just go find the nearest Chumon and go take a breather. It's also a great time to put on one of my other videos to learn more about the game. Once you've got some EVP again, you can go to your Digivice menu with V, pick your Digimon, click where it says Rookie, and change this to Champion, Ultimate, or Mega, depending on which form you want to pick. It is worth noting that when you Digivolve up from a Rookie or from anything in this way, you will keep the same amount of HP and SP as you had when you were a Rookie. To be clear, not the same percentage, the same value. So you'll have to use a load of healing items to get it back up. Or there's a little trick that I'm not sure is fully explained anywhere in the game. If you Digivolve up in battle, you'll receive a full heal to your HP and SP. You can Digivolve in battle by clicking your Digimon portrait at the bottom and selecting the form you want. This will take at least one Tamer action bar, the little white bar in the bottom right, so you'll probably need a few turns to evolve everyone. Now, as I mentioned at the start, there is a way to guarantee that a few rookies evolve into their canon champion form. And they're all references to the original Digimon Adventure anime. All you need to do is battle a specific enemy in a specific map with your level 15 rookie Digimon out on the field, and you are guaranteed to get the canon evolution. They are as follows. Agumon, defeat the level 14 Shellmon at Dragon Eye Lake. Gabumon, defeat the level 26 Seadramon at Dragon Eye Lake. Biomon, defeat the level 26 Meramon at Gear Savannah. Tentomon, defeat the level 21 Andromon at Gear Savannah. Palmon defeat the level 21 Monzemon at Gear Savannah, and finally Gomamon defeat the level 21 Unimon at Gear Savannah. The only thing to remember is that this isn't guaranteed the first battle you do, but it will happen eventually. So, that's everything you need to know about Digivolution in Digimon Super Rumble. Hopefully that clears some things up and lets you get the Digis that you're going for. If you're in need of some other guides, please check out my channel for more, or if there's something you need that I haven't made a video on yet, drop a comment and I'll get to work on figuring it out. Thanks so much. Until next time.